Alright. We're posting on the social media. Yeah, that's a half-naked Jane Doe on my Twitter timeline. That's crazy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Okay. Okay. Alright. Social media posted. I think we're good. I think we're good. And the slow mode keeps getting you? Can I, like, turn off slow mode? Hold on. Why is it still on? It should not be on. Field mode. Off? Hello? Please turn off? Okay, it's off. There we go. There you go. There she goes. There she blows. I was trying to ask for the Jane Doe link. What's up, Uncle Aries? How's it going? Please don't mind me. I'm drinking water. I'm a little bit dehydrated, maybe a little bit, maybe just a teeny tiny bit. Maybe just a teensy tiny little itsy bitsy bit dehydrated. You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I should probably switch the screen, shouldn't I? Maybe just a little bit. No. It's off? What's off? You know. Hello. Hello, everybody. It is... Why the... Thank you for the resub, Dr. Church. Hold on. Game capture? Game capture? Bike Chunsaw. My game capture just never works in this for some reason. Thank you for the glasses swap. We gotta look cool. Anyway. Why do people... Cat, can you answer the question? Why do people... Oh, you know what? I actually have something in particular for y'all. But first... Why is slow mode still on? Why is slow mode still on? Hello? How do I turn slow mode off? Thank you for the gift sub, Dr. Church. There we go. Oh, never mind. It turned off. Anyway, hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Giliel, Uncle Aries, Erstab, Natya. Welcome, Dr. Church. Welcome... That's everyone. That's everyone. How are you tonight? Dehydrated. A little tired. You know. I was half tempted to cancel the stream, but like, I don't want to cancel 2 days in a row, right? So I'm just here drinking water and enjoying... Hold on, I gotta fix these glasses. Because when I turn my head this way, they mess up. I might just have to accept this. It's a little silly, but like I might have to accept it like this. Anyway. Hello everybody. My name is Rika Readman, Calico Elf VTuber. I am here today with Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Episode, how many fucking days has this been? How many days have we been here? Episode 8. We've been here for 8 stream days. If every stream is at least 3 hours, it's 24 hours. Oh, actually, you can see my playtime. 28 hours of playtime in here. And we're like barely halfway through. Oh my goodness, we're in here for the long haul, Rika amigos. Anyway, how are y'all doing out there? Hope you're doing well. So, due to the nature of how this works, of how there are multiple endings that are all canon in one way or another, of how there are different routes that all give you different information that you then have to use to get through the other routes with that you are lacking information to get through. We have to go for every ending in every route. However, there's a lot of routes. It's confusing to keep track of that. Thankfully, however, I made something for y'all. Hold up. I made a little recap. So, before we start, here's a little something so that we can all be caught up on this, right? Where the freak is it? Where'd I put it? Where did I put it? Chat, where did I... Oh, here it is. Here we go. Alright. Check this out. Where's my window capture? And this should be over... I love all the hype stickers. Hey, how come my last video that I was capturing with window capture was why Knuckles is black on YouTube? Anyway, look at this. Check this out. Check this out. I and I will... Let's go through the yellow door with Denmyoji. Hold on, my bad. There you go. Now it's loud. Let's go through the yellow door with Denmyoji.
So this is the infirmary?
Damn you! Bastards! Why won't you let me go? I have to get out of this body!
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
Not much.
I had 2 choices. Blue door or the red door. I forgot VLC tries to restart every freaking time. Anyway, yeah. That's the route we're doing today. So last time when we did this, we chose the red door with Denmyoji. Now I have to skip ahead so I can go actually to pick that route. Let me freaking... So, with the route, if you want to look at the flow, if you're familiar with this game, the flow we're actually going to be picking is, we're going to pick this spot right here. Right? Into the CDs. Into the CDs doors. Last time, we chose the blue door. There's only one other door for us to pick. Why? I see, so that's what the Uwu Redeem does. Sorry, the Uwu Redeem technically doesn't do anything. It's because if you look above my head, if you look above my face, there's a penalty. If you Uwu in chat, you must pay the fee. 350 channel points. Let me refund these real quick. Y'all are just testing stuff now. What if I just hit reject all and give you a bunch of points? Because I'm lazy and I don't ever, like, manage these. If you ever uwu in this chat, you have to pay the fine. $350 for channel points. Thank you for your compliance. Anyway. Yes, Gilial, can I help you? I just earned 22K. Listen. It's because, so if you don't stream, you don't know this, but the channel points redeems all go into, you have to review the requests. You have to review them, okay? And you have to like choose complete or reject on them. You can do them all at once. You can hit complete all or reject all. And sometimes I like to prank people and just hit reject all and it refunds all your points. It's really funny. Does the bonk program not autocomplete? The thing is, the bonk program reads that somebody redeems it, and then that's when it triggers the actual like animation, right? However, on Twitch's side, it still goes into that queue. It doesn't like auto-complete it or anything. There's no way to automate the like completion of them, so you know. It's a 50-50 on whether or not I hit complete all or reject all whenever I review this like once a year. It's really funny. It's quite a steep fine. You know, I don't make the rules. Except I do. But also I don't. Venture capital except the venture is gay people online. But we have a lot of those. I'm one of them. My bad. Alright. Let's continue the story. Chat, this is Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Part 8. Clover and I were a pair. That meant that I had to choose one of the 3 solos. I cannot go through the green door with Quark. Right? Because... wait. Yeah, because I've already done that. We're gonna go through the red door with Dio. That's the only option we haven't chosen yet. I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? It feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
Are you okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take good care of him, I promise.
What about Phi and Kay?
No problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yeah, good. Looks like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Come on, guys, hurry. The door's already closing.
Coming!
I know!
Yeah, don't lose your hat. With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1.
Alright, chat, let's see what lies behind us. Beyond the door.
Chromatic doors closing.
Thank you for lurking, Natya. Enjoy the stream. Oh, what is this? There are 3 different doors.
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great.
No, hold on. What's this thing?
Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Aw, What did she mean by this? Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
No?
Am I great or what?
No?
Huh? Huh?
No? No?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
Oh my god. I wouldn't rule it out. Let's just take it easy with her, okay?
Hey! What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets.
Aw. Why is she such a gremlin in this route?
Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I wouldn't do that. What if it only makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
I thought you said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you? Besides, it's not like we can go back.
Fine. I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
Thanks for taking the initiative, Dio. Thank you for being useful for once in your life. This feels like a dead man switch scenario? Could be. Huh. The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. Forward! Laboratory? Have we been in the laboratory yet? Oh no, this is completely new. I didn't think there were still new rooms to explore. What is this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
Thank you for the follow, Aki Bread. A laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that axolotl.
If we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
Well, we won't know until we look. So, let's get started. Alright, chat, say it with me. Seek a way out. Welcome to the stream, Aki Bread. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? Yo. Alright, so. This is a brand new puzzle to me. We gotta seek a way out. Oh, okay. So, first things first. We have seed. Cat. We have picked up seed. I'm not finishing that sentence. Cylinder full of seeds. They're round and striped. Round and striped? Oh, why? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm being persecuted for crimes. These look like something you might put specimens in. Maybe, but there's nothing in them right now. What the? Oh, it's roots. It's roots. What the hell is this? A dead spider? Maybe it's a fake beard. Have you ever seen a person with a beard like this? Yeah, my grandpa had one. It looks like a root. It's probably some kind of preserved specimen. Okay, so we have seed. We have root. Alright. Some beakers. Looks like they're empty. We probably won't need them then. What is this stuff? Empty containers. Salines. Is that a freaking frog? Cat, is that a frog? Cat. There's a frog in here. Roj. Look, it's Lord Hoppington. Huh? Don't give it a name. Aw, it looks like he's dead. Yeah, he's probably been preserved. I think the liquid inside is ethanol. How do you know? The smell? Really? Yeah, it smells like disinfectant, right? And besides, scientists preserve stuff in ethanol all the time. Ethanol all the time? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got a root, we got a frog, and we got seeds. We have seeds. Roj. So let's take a look at the center here first. There's something on this tray. A gachapon, another gachapon, and more seed. A cylinder full of seed. They're thin and don't have any markings. A tray. Nothing on it anymore. A binder. There's some paper inside. Let me see that. Says steps for dissecting a frog. I found steps for dissecting a frog. Please don't make me dissect a frog, chat. Okay. So, when I was in high school, I had my biology class, right? And they were like, okay, you have to, dissect an animal. And, if you don't feel like you can do it, we have a virtual program for you to do instead. And me, being young and gung-ho, was like, no, I can cut up a dead animal just fine. I took one look at the carcass and, like, wanted to throw up. And I left school early because I actually felt really sick and basically got out of the whole assignment that way. Oh, I've never had to gut a shark or a frog or whatever the third animal was. A binder. Looks like there's 2 pieces of paper in here. Yeah, let's see here. Hydroponics Research 1 and 2. You have found blah blah. Okay, what is this stuff? What's this thing? Who knows? A strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. Okay. Let's see. Hydroponics Research. Preparation of fluid and seeds. For 1, prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. Dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid is distinct color. Prep 2, prepare the 5 types of plant seeds. 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. And then we have Research 2. Research has shown there's a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seed. These relationships can be characterized in the following manner. The long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, failed to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A, red, or fluid B, yellow. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue, only one of them failed to germinate. Oh my god, what is this fucking... What is this, like, one of us always tells the truth and one of us only lies type of puzzle? Oh my goodness. Okay. What is this thing? Oh, another seed. What's this thing? That thing on the top looks like some sort of industrial strength lid. This looks like a coffee maker. Can I be real with y'all? If you open it up, it looks like a blender or something. I don't think you'd use it for cooking, though. And maybe it's for scientific experimentation? We are in a lab. Yeah, you could probably pulverize just about anything with something this heavy-duty. A binder. There's some paper inside it. It says DNA extraction instructions? DNA extraction? So we want to place plant material in the blender, add in saline water, the liquid filter and drip down into a beaker. Pour the ethanol into the beaker. DNA will collect at the bottom of the beaker. So, we want to take the plant sample, put it in here. Okay, time to throw this root in the mixer. Chat, I'm just throwing things at the wall right now. Alright, done. Now we want to take the saline solution and put it in there. Alright, I'll just pour the saline solution in here. There's a funnel above the beaker. Filtered liquid comes out of it. Eventually. Okay, looking good. And now we collect it with a capsule? What are we supposed to do next? What does the manual say? Well, step number 3 says something like this. The liquid will filter into the beaker. Add ethanol to the liquid. I guess you should pour in the ethanol then. Right, I gotta find ethanol. Ethanol. What the hell is this? There's a large lever embedded in the wall. I'm not gonna touch that yet. So what we need to do is find ethanol? Is this a microscope? I tried looking into the eyepiece, but it's pitch black in there. Well, there are these 4 holes on top of it. Maybe we need to stick something in them? Alright. It's black. There's nothing going on here. A machine that looks like a microscope of some sort. There are 4 circular holes on the top. I wonder if I'm supposed to put something in the holes. Probably these capsules. I'm assuming that I put the capsules in there once I have DNA samples. What the hell is this thing? Alright, we're using WASD for this. Oh, wait. Cat, there's a lion eating a son. We usually have a hazardous chemicals cabinet that we store ethanol in. I can't believe I'm cheating by having an actual science, chemist? Science university student in my chat to tell me how to do this puzzle. How blessed am I? Anyway, we've got the lion eating the sun again. Scalpel! Pretty fancy tray. Is that a cat? Is that a cat playing with a ball of yarn? Chat, is this a cat playing with a ball of yarn? Are you even looking at it? It's a lion. How are you not getting that? What? Sorry. It's a sort of tick I picked up when I was a kid. Whenever I talk about cats, I kind of... well, you heard. That's pretty weird. What is... Okay, so we got more seed. What's this? This must be some kind of waste tank. It looks like a thigh tank. Clover, shut up. Are you for real? We gotta betray Clover ASAP, I agree. Huh? Why'd they put a speaker here? That's a drain! What is wrong with you? Listen, I love puns, but nobody can outdo me with puns. It's not allowed. Like, literally not allowed. So... Let me think. We need to get ethanol. Where can we get ethanol from? Dilute with ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Okay. Oh, the frog has ethanol in it. Dispose of the ethanol by pouring it down the drain in the fume cupboard. So I think what we're gonna do is take the frog and probably stick it in here. Okay. I'll just pour the froggy ethanol into the drain. Chat, this is how I look when I come back from one of my longer jogs on the weekend. This is exactly how I look when I splay out on the bed. Frog. Got the frog over here. Do I have an empty container? Nope. I'm gonna look after my first trip to the States. What a drain. The ethanol I poured in here should be in the liquid waste tank underneath the counter. Can I take... Do I have an empty container? So, steps on dissecting a frog. The ethanol will be filtered and gathered in the liquid waste tank beneath the cupboard. Begin dissection using provided scalpel. So... Now this tank collects liquid waste. The ethanol I poured down the drain should be in here. Oh, you can just take the tank. Okay. You literally have an empty container, the one that had the frog in it. I don't have it anymore. However, we can annihilate this frog. Bigma? What are you gonna do with the scalpel? Are you gonna cut Lord Hoppington open? Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? But for Lord Hoppington. What are you freaking out about? It's dead. That's not the point. It's still sad. Yeah, it is kind of sad. Oh, for the love of... This frog is dead. It is an ex-frog. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, I guess it saves me the trouble. Huh? Something came out of his stomach. A blue capsule? That's kinda gross. Oh, Lord Hoppington! Why? You left us too soon! Shut up! The frog is sitting on the workbench underneath the fume hood. What's the blue capsule? The small capsule. Half of it is blue. It has some sort of metal protrusion. Okay, so we have a saline solution here. Which means we can actually mix the saline here with the root DNA. Alright, next I need to pour the ethanol into the beaker. Then... I guess this should do it. I like how, we just have this tank of ethanol now. Alright, I'm gonna dip the protrusion on this capsule into the stuff in the beaker. Awesome! You got it all! Green capsule? Okay. So... Now the real question is, what are we supposed to do with this? A strange machine. We don't know what it does, so it's probably best to leave it alone for now. I think we can analyze it here. A microscope, apparently. It has circular holes in the top that fit the capsules we found. What happens if I do this? Let me put it in! Alright, buddy. So... we need to figure out the fluid colors. Like... it has to do with this, right? There's a large lever embedded in the wall. Oh, wait, these are liquids down here. You know that hydroponics research thing we just found? I think it said something about preparing different hydroponic fluids and how they each had a different color. Do you think it was talking about these? The stuff in these 5 beakers appears to be undiluted hydroponic fluid. Apparently I need to dilute it with water. Where do I... saline solution! Chat. Saline solution. Never mind. Maybe I put it up in here? There's a rectangular hole in the wall. Man, look at all these pipes. I think they run down to the beakers underneath. There are handles where the pipes meet. If you turn the handle right, the liquid goes right. And if you turn it left, the liquid goes left. There's a puzzle just like this in 999, actually. So maybe if you put it in the middle, half goes to the left and half goes to the right? What is this liquid then? Probably water. What do the numbers mean? Are they supposed to indicate the amount of water that flows out of each pipe? There aren't any units, but it looks like 80-somethings of water come out of the center pipe. And then each pipe after the split gets 40. So we're supposed to regulate the flow of water with the handles so that each beaker gets the correct amount. Yeah. How do we get the water to come out in the first place, though? I think you probably just pull that lever over there on the right. Like this. After trying the correct levers, pull down on the lever on the right to pour water into the beakers. Alright, let's give it a shot. Okay, so we need to make sure that the water is going in the right place. So if this splits it in half, that means 20 is going down here. And then if we split this 20 into another half, that's 30. And we have 10 going here. So we need to split this in half twice. So that's 40, 20, and that plus 10 is 30. And then we have 20 going down here. And we have 40 here, so we need to make sure only 10 goes down here. Is it just me, or is that way too simple? What? Why was the solution to just pour all of them straight down? Hello? We poured the water into the beakers and all the lights are green. I hate this. You did it. It literally just poured them all down. Hey, you remember that hydroponics thing you found? Didn't it say something about preparing 5 types of seeds? You've got them all, right? Yeah, I have 2 types of long seeds and 3 types of round seeds. Then maybe you should put them in the beakers. If you just grab one of those seed containers, you should be able to put them into one of the beakers. Okay, so here's where the hard part comes into play, right? We actually have to read. Prepare the 5 different hydroponic fluids. 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Oh, that was a hint. 2 long seeds, 3 round seeds. So the long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B and fluid D failed to germinate. So, okay, we're gonna write this down. So, so we have A, B, C, D, E. So round seeds? So B and D cannot be round, right? What? None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. So, marked. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. So plain. What? When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. So striped and striped. So one of these lets striped seeds germinate. Which then means I need to look at the actual seed. So there are 3 types of round seed. And that also means striped seeds fail to germinate in which ones? So striped seeds germinated in D or E. However, D cannot have, how do I say? D can't be round. So that means that of the seeds I have, either this one or this one goes in D or E. That's not much of a hint. Yeah, time to decipher some logic. Let's see. We have 2 long seeds and 3 round seeds. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Okay, so let's look at the patterns. Long seeds are striped and plain. There was something about marked seeds, right? None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C. There are 3 round seeds, and they did not germinate in E or D. So that means that the round seeds go in A, C, and E. So, round, right? And then we have none of the marked seeds germinated. So fluid C is either plain or... Yeah, no, fluid C is plain. So round and plain. So that means that fluid C needs to be... this one. The beakers contain a liquid culture. Each seed requires a particular kind of culture. Place each seed in the appropriate beaker. By dragging a seed on top of another seed, you can switch them. Press the check button. I'm not sure what's going on, but here goes. Okay, so round seed. And the round seeds go here. So this is the potential. This is potentially what's correct. Round, plain, stripe. That is neither round nor plain, so that means it has to be like this. However, yeah. It has to be like this. So, what did the other thing about the note say? None of the marked seeds germinated, so C is plain. Round is ACE. Non-marked seeds failed to germinate in fluid A or fluid B. So that means that this can't be that. When the striped seeds were put into fluid D and fluid E, only one of them failed to germinate. And the long seeds failed to germinate in 3 of the fluids. There's no way to know for sure which one goes D, which one goes E, right? I think we just have to guess. I mean, I knew it all along. I would never guess. I was just pulling your leg, chat. I knew all along. I'm a genius. I'm actually the smartest person on Earth. You did it, Sigma. You've sown your seed. Chat. I think I'm growing less and less okay with this weird, horny tension between Clover and Sigma. Is anyone else feeling weird about this? After the whole, I need to sniff a young woman's biohazmat suit. And you've sown your seeds. I'm not. I kind of just don't like Clover in this one. We did have tension with Clover in the last game too. You're right. Don't say that. Thank you for the resub, Roho. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Huh? Why not? Just don't. Quiet, you two. Look at this. Oh! We got a Pokeball! It did feel kind of less weird in the last game. Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't feel like a real character here. I kind of agree. She feels like a caricature. I'm not really a fan of her in this game, but you know what? It's okay. She was great in the last game, so we forgive her. Oh, a red capsule. Alright, chat, we got a Pokeball. There's a red capsule sitting in the hole. Okay! Yay! Alright, we got a red capsule. Sigma! Come here! What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean? Something. Oh, just look. It's easier than explaining. Oh, Gattaca? My favorite movie? I don't even remember the plot of the movie. I just remembered DNA. What the heck is this? Probably a simplified version of a DNA sequence. A is adenine, G is guanine, C is cytosine, D is thymine. I think we can manipulate it. Yeah. It looks like the puzzle has to do with pairing these bases. Bases? Yeah. DNA is made out of 4 bases. Adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. However, you can only bind A and T, or G and C. Anything else just won't work. These are called complementary base pairings. You sure know a lot about this stuff. I guess so. Anyway, you should be able to solve the puzzle now. Give it a shot. Reposition each row so that each A is connected to a T and each G is connected to a C. Move each row sideways until the letters match up. Yeah? Oh, I see. Can't I just like... Oh, wait. How far does it go? Oh, okay. It's only 7 letter sequences. So... That's weird. So, if I do this... This matches here. This is its own thing. Okay, so this is gonna be the easiest to work with. Let me think. So we want to match C with A with C? Wait. No, wait, it's A with T. Yeah, and then we want to match ATGC. So remember, we're gonna think of, how do I say? AT, like the fields in Evangelion, and then GC, like GameCube. We want GameCube and TNA. Actually, we can just move this, right? I messed up. Yeah, okay. But then that messes up that row. What does this move over here? What happens if I move this 3 over and I move this 3 over the other direction? Rika, you're so close. So, AT here. I need to figure out the order to do these in. If I just move these over here? No. Yeah. And then there's gotta be a way to, like, move these. Oh, I see. This is the key. Because then I can just move this. That moves independently. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna scream? Sorry, I have that effect on women. My bad. Did it. Good job, Sigma. That was awesome. You want a treat? Clover. What is wrong with you? I'm not hungry. You're turkey. What in the hell? Stop screwing off. We don't have time for that. Now get over here and look at this. Then look at this. Huh. There's something on it. This is the safe password. Perfect. And this is just what we need. Yeah. Now we can get in the safe. Star, Sun, and Moon. Yeah, how do we feel about Pokemon Star, Sun, and Moon? No, wait, sorry. Where is the safe? Is it here? Yeah, it's right here. This is a safe, right? Yeah, it's just like the one in the AB room. I saw one in the infirmary, too. If we punch in the right password, it'll open up. At least it should. Star, Sun, Moon. Alright, chat. We're in there. Yes, it opened. We got the Axolotl. You did it! Okay, what have we got here? First is a map. It says floor B. The one I found in the infirmary said floor A. So did the one from the lounge. Then that would make floor A the top floor, right? I mean, we rode the elevator down to get here. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, let's keep looking. There's a lot of stuff in here. These are the key cards. Each one's got a picture of a moon on it. Then these have to be the cards the announcer was talking about. Looks like they gave us 2, just like with the sun cards. I'm a solo, so I'll hang on to one. Cool? Sure, fine. I guess. Next up, we've got a notebook. Anything interesting? What's up, Jasmine? I can't read any of this. Are these even letters? What the heck is this? Isn't it a journal? It's got dates and stuff. Maybe, but I can't read any of this. What language is it? Who knows? Maybe it's Brazilian? They speak Portuguese in Brazil. Anyway. What else have we got here? It looks like 2 more things. Is that medicine? What's it say on the label? Axlever. Axlever? Axlever? Wait, didn't Luna say something about, Axlever? You're right. This is it. This is Axlever. It's the cure for Radical 6. Mexican that's medicine that's purple? Cat. It's lean. It's lean. We just got lean. We're gonna give Quark some lean. I'm sorry. I'm obligated to joke about it. I'm obligated to make that joke after the travesty that was, white rappers finding out about lean. The kid could have a little lean as a treat. Yeah, I'm so glad Jasmine had the same idea as me. Whoa, hold on. Let me see that. Later. We need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Yeah, we need to get this stuff to Quark. First, we've got to get out of this room. Yeah, but that's easy. You got it, right? Key found in safe. Yeah, let's go. Alright, chat, let's get out of here. Say it with me. Say it with me, chat. Say it with me. Freaking... Oh my god, I learned about lean from Mori Calliope. The lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? Yeah, let's do it. Just get it over with. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Open. Open sesame. You found it. I love these little transitions. They're
Hey,
good.
hold on a minute. There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. I get it. It says it's a replicator. It's an IG replicator? I don't know what IG stands for, but I imagine it's supposed to, like, replicate medicines, maybe? Instagram replicator. Yeah. I learned about lean when I was like 14 because I was hanging out in a chat room that had an Air Force guy that was mega addicted to DXM. Hold up. That's insane. Look at the side here. There's a name or something. IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah, probably copies IG, whatever that is.
You're a genius, Clover. Any ideas?
Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course. This machine must be here, so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl, you know that? In other words, an IG.
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah. Gobbledygook. Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again?
Why?
I didn't really get a good look at it before.
I don't trust this dude.
You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Excelivir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. See? It's written right there on the label. Excelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't... The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Dio slipped the vial quickly into his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me?
That's horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
I didn't realize until they started to hurt that I'd curl up my hands into fists. If Dio would only give me an opening...
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
Damn it.
That's not fair!
This game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about one thing. How well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
Mean... You're not wrong, but also, like... Cooperation? You know? You know, Dio? I don't think this is necessary. When do we kill Dio indeed? I mean, we do accidentally get to kill him. Remember when you lock him in the thing and then, like, he wakes up dead?
So, what are you gonna do? Ready to promise me you'll pick ally?
Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works. But don't think about trying anything funny. Break your promise and... well, you know what happens.
I hate this dude so much, chat. I'm so glad we got the Dio ending first, because I would not be able to stand this dude if we tried doing it, like, last.
See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
With one last self-satisfied chuckle, Dio strutted out of the room.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Yeah.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose ally and he chooses betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1, and that means I'll get penalized.
But that means...
Look, not like I want to, alright? If we don't do as he says, then he'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will... Quark will...
So you're going to die to save his life? That's... Why would you do that?
In all honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everybody else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. I didn't wait for Clover's response. Yeah, I do feel like Dio's is supposed to be like the first one you get realistically, right? Also, what's up, MJB Matt? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Just hit betray. Fuck Dio. You know. We'll see what happens. Thanks to the power of flow, we can have it both ways. Did you get the MVC collection? I have not. I'm stingy, and I just play in Fightcade. I have been playing a lot of Marvel 1 with my girlfriend, actually, recently. It's pretty fun. See my Gambit Wolverine team.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
Oh, I hate this dude so much.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
I'm just gonna save here.
Sorry.
What do you mean, sorry? You're not sorry at all. Dickweed? Take it back.
I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio? In one of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler, grinned, and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, I'm really looking forward to the next round.
I glanced around the warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was Fi. And, of course, Clover. Where are Tenmyoji and the rest of them?
They're in the infirmary.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
I see.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room signal?
A laboratory.
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here.
I cannot wait to personally be allowed to punch this guy's face in. I'm just saying. If I met him in real life, immediate broken nose. You know any infinites in those games? I don't. My girlfriend knows Thanos Infinite in MVC 2, but I haven't got to playing it yet. Honestly, I'm more interested in, like, trying to learn some VSAV. Either some VSAV or, like, either KOF 98 or 2002. Those games are pretty fun.
I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So, how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? I only shook her head. With a unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
Yeah, do that. You might find something.
I'll I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice K and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelavir hidden somewhere in there.
Fucking, I hate this dude so much. Ugh. What a bastard.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then I will too.
Glad that's settled.
She nodded to Clover, and they disappeared through the magenta door. Theo and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Okay then. Guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first.
Dio
told me about it. He wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah. One sec. I dug the journal out of my pocket and handed it to Phi. She began to flip through the pages, her eyes quickly scanning each one.
This is Latin.
Latin? You mean you can read it? Fun fact, chat. When I was in middle school, I was kind of a weirdo, kind of an odd child, and I definitely learned some Latin, like how to read a bit of Latin.
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
So, in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not gonna be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that, but most of these words I've never even seen before.
I started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Then suddenly, she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
Oh. What's it say?
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute. Interesting. Alright, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. If we assume the brain currently operates on a one-to-one basis with regards to time, Radical 6 reduces this to 1 to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or the square root of 6 seconds, have passed outside. In other words, when 10 seconds pass in the real world, a patient infected with Radical 6 would feel as if only 4 seconds had passed. This is why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Radical is another term for what is also known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. For instance, Although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed. In fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral could kill, or at least disable Radical 6. But we have been unable to develop one. It seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. Thus far, however, we have been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I have continued my efforts to discover an alternative means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. That's a long time. It is my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times, their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as if a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. Oh! Chat? I don't like the sound of that. Good morning, Emily. Hope you're having a good day. I'm not a fan of the assumption that, yeah, the more you piece these together, the more it sounds like we're just survivors of a big pandemic that ended the world. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Their survival is the only hope that remains for the human race. Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one. Wow, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's, what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
Yeah, you're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Thank you for taking off the glasses. Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written? I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Axelavir that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
No year. Well, there's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities?
Yeah, I feel like the journal actually might, confirm that.
But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters. Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. We would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
Quark's been infected, right?
Then maybe the virus got in somehow.
That would be bad.
Just think about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up?
Right. It's all just speculation, but...
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but... we were all captured before the pandemic started, right?
Yeah.
And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? But most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nonary game if the point of this place is to save us? Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic.
Yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, they're grasping at straws right now, but also, I think the thing that both Sigma and Phi are glassing over at this point is that the people who are running the nonary game probably are not the same people who locked them up in here in the first place. Or it's possible they, I don't know. Why is this happening? We need more information. It's COVID all over again, yeah. It's like a certain other VN. Wait, which one?
I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Phi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, weren't you coming to the infirmary with me?
I've changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that... What? Where are you going, lady? Phi? He was gone. Dang it, Rompa. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off toward the infirmary. How's he doing? I hope y'all didn't hear that really loud engine outside. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
I made my way around the partition to the side of Quark's bed. The journal and the thing Phi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed. But for the moment, the AP game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine and Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Wait. Chat. Those of you who were with us for the other route, they said one of the symptoms of Radical 6, one of the effects, is your brain slows down. and you start to feel your perception slows down to like 1/6 of its power. Do you remember how in one of the routes there's the moment where Sigma perceives everything around him moving at like hyperspeed and he has to lay down? Oh no! I want to go finish that route now. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. If the journal was telling the truth, then as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. What if we weren't able to restrain him a second time? What if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Or perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep it wasn't like we could keep giving him anesthetic forever. There was one way to save Quark, and that was with Excelavir. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would wind up dead. The question was, then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? Or keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself? It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa.
My boy, he's awake! Accelerate, it's Adderall. There is stuff that exists similar to this? Huh. Okay, interesting.
Grandpa.
Yeah. He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. That I had considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I'd felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Save the child.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you gonna do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round.
Yeah, as long as you're still alive.
I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
And Myoji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Luna and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Tenmyoji and Quark behind. And when we got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
That he went in, I guess.
Exactly.
That bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Axelovier from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose Ally, no matter what, but... a part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. Now he'd made sure I wouldn't get the chance to try.
Where's Tenmyoji?
I do want to jump Dio, I'll be honest. Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking Betray.
Right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes Ally, I can't choose Betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Hold on, can I say that's the best laugh I've heard in this game so far? Ha ha ha. Yeah, we should have let Fi hit him with the rock in that ending.
You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
Of course.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Word?
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there!
He continued briskly toward the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard Fi. Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Only seconds later, they disappeared into the third room from the left. Think he knows of a danger that isn't him? You know, that's a good point. Maybe he's worried about leaving her alone. Maybe he's like, I gotta keep her safe or something. I know nothing of this game. You'll be fine. You don't gotta understand. It's convoluted.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot toward the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. All right, Clover. Time for us to go.
Oh, okay. Right behind you.
I sighed to myself and headed toward the leftmost AB room. Ambush box room, Ambidex room. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chose ally and we chose betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick betray. That's who he is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG.
Idiotic guy.
What makes you think he's going to give us the Accelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
This is such a hard decision. If we choose ally and Dio does pick betray like we suspect, we're dead. That's it for us. That's game over for us. But that's the only way to save Quark. If we hit betray to guarantee that we're gonna live, we can't save Quark. This is a no-win situation. I think you know what that means, chat. We have to take a 5-minute break. Get up, stretch your legs, get a snack, get some water. We'll make the decision when we come back. See you in 5, chat. I am a master of suspense. All right, chat. Hope you enjoyed your break. All you're getting. Welcome back to the stream. Let's resolve this once and for all, right? If it were me, Theo is a piece of shit. I do not want to see him succeed. I do not want him getting out of here alive without everyone else. However, one, if he did pick Ally and we picked Betray, not only would Clover be able to ditch us, he wouldn't give us the vial. So we would also be stuck in here with an infected Quark, who would eventually probably infect us all. And two, well, we wouldn't be able to save Quark. I really want to save that kid. If it were me, I'd have no choice. We're picking Ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed toward the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. The choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Moment of truth. Yeah, makes sense. I figured.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Suddenly, all eyes were on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I had expected. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Hey! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no! Oh no, oh no, oh no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. My eyes had lost the ability to focus, but I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Damn it! You'll keep your promise, god damn it! I groaned and with a Herculean effort lifted my head, and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out again. But somehow I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last. The smudge of color faded into a recognizable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back. Don't act like it's yours. Aren't we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you. I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excelavir. If he didn't, then I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it toward me. I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said, unmistakably, Excelavir. It was the real thing. Clover, take it. I held it out toward her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it into her pocket. Good. Now, at least Quark will be alright. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay? Sigma! Sigma!
I guess this is it.
First is the sofa reel, which puts you to sleep. 9 minutes later, the tubocurarine is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the Soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxant followed it. About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. I just had to think. Think, think, think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. There had to be an answer. To be continued. So that's not the end of that route? There might be something we can do to avoid that. Get some salutes for Sigma in the chat. 5 minutes of life. Oh my good. What is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, chat. Now we have vital information for these other endings. However, you know what we need to do first? First, we need to see what happens if you betray Dio. Let's find out. The Ambidex game will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. If it paralyzes your breathing muscles, it works like some old arrow poison so someone can breathe for you. That's so hot. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. Yeah, like technically you could just have someone to breathe for you, right? And surely like the muscle relaxant will wear off eventually. Alright, time to betray. I appreciate that you both bonked me at the same time.
What are you gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose Ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick Betray.
Do you really think a jerk like that is going to choose Ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks Betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You've got 6 BP too, right? If Dio chose Ally and we chose Betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick Betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is Ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick Betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the voting machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backward with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck Dio!
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
Yeah, no problem.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said.
You know.
I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen Betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. Moment of truth. So we know Dio hit Betray, so... We lived! I lived, bitch.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Oh! Kay does get to leave. Wait. Why did that change? Why did that change? What? They hit Ally before, didn't they? No. Yeah, didn't they? Oh, you know what? I bet Alice was convinced. Wait, was it like that before? No, it wasn't, right?
Hey, what the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma? What are you talking about?
We found the Accelavir in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it. What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
The moment the words left his mouth, I knew what he planned to do. No, don't. I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched the vial out of his pocket, brought it up, and threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard!
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chose an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
I'd had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard. I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward. Only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. It was Fi.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't the time for—
Look at the number 9 door.
Kay? Kay was indeed standing in front of the door. What is he?
No!
9? His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly, we were all running toward Kay and the number 9 door. This dude. This freaking dude. Kay, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
Apartment complex? Actually, I find it quite simple type of energy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious. After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
That's actually a really, really smart observation.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do.
Thanks, Dio. You ruined it for the rest of us.
This is the most logical choice.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Alright. I'm a little bugged. that so much changed with Kay and Alice's behavior because I chose a different option. And theoretically, that shouldn't have affected what happened, but like, suspension of disbelief. He definitely slumped her.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at Kay. But the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was fun.
As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Thanks, Dio. Oh. Appreciate you. Thanks for literally ruining everything. Chat. You know those memes? Which are just like a 3x3 grid of different characters? And it's like, thanks for being a great nonary game player. Smiley face. But then in the middle, it's just that guy you fucking hate and it says, not you. That's Dio. Dio gets that middle spot. Yeah, exactly. I should make that. Alright, chat. We have enough information here. Did we unlock an ending? Yeah, that is this game. It's perfect because there's 9 people. So, what we can do is we can go for this route or we can go for this ending first. Let's tie up loose ends. So, I think we did this last time, right? This was where... So, this route, just so that we have everything clear. Just like this route, we went with Tenmyoji into the infirmary. But this time, when we chose to ally with him, instead of choosing the red door with Dio, we chose the blue door with Tenmyoji again. We went through the pressure exchange chamber with the hazmat suits and everything, with Tenmyoji and Clover, and did some puzzles. Sigma also tried to sniff Clover's sweaty suit. Kinda weird. And then they escaped together. And then we had to vote against Tenmyoji again. We chose to ally. We chose to ally with him. I think, however, that is where Clover got 9 points and ditched us. She said, I'll do anything you want me to if you vote betray, Sigma. And you know. However, if we choose to ally with Tenmyoji instead, let's see what happens. I would never betray my old homie.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
What's up?
Could you pick betray for me? I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you, but you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back. If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Anything?
Yep. Anything.
Chat, I need one of those. I need like one of those toggles in my VTuber model that'll like make my pupils pop out of my eye like an old Looney Tunes cartoon. Just for moments like this.
So think carefully, okay? If you choose Ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Uh-huh. Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
Hey now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick betray.
But if he chooses ally and we don't,
Then I'll have 9 BP. But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean, Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet. And I can't leave her behind. Please,
no.
will you pick betray?
20 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
Yeah, this is so funny. After like seeing how different she was in the other ending, the voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyoji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
I hate Sigma so much, man. In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, chat. Time to get our dicks wet. No, I'm just kidding. Ally, of course. This is my homie, Tenmyoji. Tenmi homie.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Alright. Alright. Told you, Tenmi homie. He would never betray us.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you for participating in the Nonary games.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Well, seems like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out. Thanks.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma.
Shut up.
And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
He sighed heavily, got me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Ah, don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with Betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally. Man,
Of course, don't be a dick.
what a pair of bleeding hearts.
Don't be whack, Dio.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
An ominous rumble filled the warehouse. I agree, Rojo.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want?
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Huh? It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair and Phi's a magenta pair, but Miyoji's a yellow pair.
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? I think they're gonna be white this time?
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them then too, Phi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah. So lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Phi nodded and began to explain. Option A. Tenmyoji and me would form one group. Phi and Dio would form another group. Clover and Kay would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan, right?
Right.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're gonna go check on Quark.
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. That left only 3 of us. Dio, Kay, and myself. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
All right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
Dick. With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off toward the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay. You don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
Their conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. Alright. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course. I need to go get the rest of that story out of Tenmyoji. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and toward the infirmary. Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was. Tenmyoji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture? Hold up. Right? Yeah. I must have made some small noise, because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Why were you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway. Where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal. But you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright. You remember so much. You told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on. You don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Yeah, I think I am. Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Before I could, Vi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is... Look, just come with me, all right?
No.
She's in the number 2 cabin.
Without waiting for a response, I spun around and ran back out of the room. Tenmyoji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest, and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Games participants, except of course for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened!
Thankfully, we know what that something is now.
If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
A bit.
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now.
I'm never gonna get over the whole smiling while having a, mental breakdown thing, emotional breakdown thing.
You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then.
Okay.
Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7, Clover! 6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2, 1!
Memory time. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No, there's no way she'd do that.
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with the scalpel.
All right, where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well...
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then?
Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago, so if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Bye. Can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. Vi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin. But translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216. You should be able to read that one. Vi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her eyes quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
I just... knew.
You just knew? Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Vi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of the journal. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of the brain by a factor of the root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive, and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
Vi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyoji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments, the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs. It's so sad. Yeah, in their position, I would assume...
We've got a problem.
I would have assumed that, like, Sigma set this all up, right? If I was, like, in their position.
It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Yeah. Only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then, with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah, can't exactly leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Okay. This makes it sound like there's a whole, like, branching path out of here, but I think there was only one tile of story left. I'm really curious why that is. Infirmary.
Quark! You're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tenmyoji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyoji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
That's nothing. Nothing's wrong.
That's so sad.
I'm fine.
But
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyoji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tenmyoji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tenmyoji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
How did he miraculously get better?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay?
This isn't adding up, huh?
So, where's everybody else?
This doesn't add up because Quark has Radical 6 poisoning right now, right? That's why he was in the infirmary in the first place? And Tenmyoji's implying that he put Quark in here, like, intentionally for some reason. But how is he just miraculously better now, huh?
Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly.
I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyoji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh! That's not good! We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me. Am I wrong for not trusting this? Maybe the routing, maybe the flow routing lied to me. Maybe there's a lot more to it. Moment of truth. Oh, we got there just in time.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
Huh?
From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Vi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
All the map transition scenes take over an hour? That's
It's
lame.
time we were going as well.
Right. Sure.
When I edit these for YouTube, I'm taking out all those map scenes. Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go!
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
See, this is getting cut out. Oh, it's this room. Oh. It's this room. What's this place?
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
So this might be Zero Senior's office.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Well, which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yeah, you got a point. Let's get started then. Yo, time to seek a way out. Oh, we got bamboozled, gang. We got bamboozled. There is more to this route. Oh, that's new. Last time, it looked like this was the end of that route, but there's so much more now. Alright. Unfortunately, I need to end the stream a little early tonight. It's Saturday, but I do have something I need to do. So let's save. I'm so... Yeah, there's so much VLR. At least, like... It almost looks like we're halfway through. Almost. That being said, I wondered, did I read this in a week? You know, the power of free time. And not being limited to like 3 to 4 hour blocks on stream. Alright. I'm finding y'all someone to raid. Thank y'all for joining me this week again. I'm a little sad we lost a day yesterday, but I was really tired. I was really exhausted yesterday, so like, you know. Who can I send y'all to? I think I want to send y'all to Liddy, probably? Let's send y'all to Liddy. Go unwind from some mystery death game with some Splatoon. Thank you everybody who stopped by tonight. It means a lot to me. Please, I hope you are enjoying this story. I know I am. So good. Look out for a schedule post either tomorrow or Monday. We're definitely going to be having more VLR. And definitely more 2064. We're getting close to the end there. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to do some more video editing too. Look forward to some video releases in the upcoming weeks. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. That being said, I'm off for the night. Have a good weekend, everyone. Adios, Rika amigos.